Ooh, fire. Okay, let's get serious. Welcome back to Honest Tool Reviews. Today I'm going to give you a review of my honest opinion of the benzomatic setup. The propane canisters that you can get from Walmart that they're basically supposed to be used for soldering. This got the little benzomatic tip. I think you can buy this as a kit. I believe I bought it as a kit. I bought it in a crunch as a spare tip for when I solder. I bought it over 2 years ago now, and I have not used it to solder not once. Not a single damn time. Why? I've just not needed it. My other tips have been perfectly fine. But I can give you a review of this because I've used it for everything but soldering. I have used this tip to start fires. I have used this tip to start candles. I've used it to start my little tiki torches out there in the patio. I have used this to start a fire, and I can honestly say a blue flame will make an orange flame if something else that you're lighting will burn. I've not had any particular problems with the setup, and the blue canisters they're blue because they're not yellow. If they're yellow, they're that the acetylene gas burns hotter than the blue propane in the canisters here. These canisters, ironically, they're not the same shape as the Coleman 1 pound canisters, but the tip up here is the same size as the Coleman canisters. You can actually use it to power a heater buddy. Now I've got a little adapter on here, and it goes up to a big canister, but these actually fit honest to God, they fit the original size mouthpiece of the heater buddies. I have a different heater buddy. Where did it go? Down here down here, a little heater buddy. The mouth on that one fits this one just fine because it doesn't have the adapter hose on it right now. I had loaned them out, and somehow they came back that way. So they I just I was holding it, and I'm like, you know, that's interesting. And checked it, and yeah, it was stupid. I checked it with the hose, and there was nothing on the other end of the hose, and it just went to shooting out gas, shooting out propane. Lucky I didn't have a fire anywhere. Don't be stupid like me. I try to say work safe. Well, I was just checking something, but I was doing it very unsafely. Back to this being a tool. Can this be used for soldering? I believe it can, but acetylene's hotter. Why would you want to use this if you don't have to? If you don't have to, don't. I have used it to sterilize blades, to pop pimples, cut blisters. I've used it to burn trash. I've used it to burn paint off of barrels, burn paint off of metal. I've used it to heat up a knife, to kind of clean the knife. I've used it to re-harden a knife by heating it up and then dipping it in oil, only to find out afterwards that that's technically not going to work and making the blade harder because propane doesn't get hot enough, which is kind of disappointing. You want the blade glowing red, as hot as you can get it without melting it and then dipping it. And when you dip a blade, it kind of like moves and sways, and my blade didn't move none. It didn't have any turn or bend in it. Clearly this was not hot enough. So since I didn't have a flaw when I was done, I'm assuming I didn't. Anyway, I'm rambling. What do I think of the soldering kit? Where's the solder? I don't know where the solder went. I've never used a solder. I'm not going to include that in this because I've not used it. But as a whole, as the kit, I think the kit was probably $20 at the time, which was, you know, well over a year ago. Can't remember. I'll post in the credits what the price of this is at Walmart right now. Do I believe that you can solder? I'm sure that you can if you're cautious, if you take your time, if you know what you're doing, if you're experienced in soldering. If you just want to get something to take home and learn to solder, this would be good, because since it would be harder to solder with this than acetylene, you would have to become good in order to do it. Point blank. If you use an acetylene gas tank, you have to have an acetylene torch. Don't try to put this on an acetylene canister. No, that's dangerous. I keep hearing that you shouldn't. I've not tried it because I'm trying to work safe. Don't you do it. I don't care who wants to comment that it's fine. If it's fine for you, you go ahead and blow yourself up. I'm not going to take any chances. I have both sets of tips. I find no reason to take that gamble. I don't mess with gas. There's no need to use it as a tool. At the end of the day, if you're done burning your trash, if you're done sharpening a blade or sanitizing a blade, if you're done trying to clean a piece of metal off, then you've had a good day. I'll give it 4 stars because it's cheap. You can find it at pretty much any Walmart in the plumbing section. And 4 stars because it comes with the roll of solder, it comes with the tank, and it comes with the tip. Very handy. If you need one, you can go out and buy one, and you don't have to have solder, you don't have to have the flux, you don't have to have the can, you don't have to go and find these things. You know that you've got what you need when you buy this kit, even as a beginner. And using this as a beginner, you will either get good or you won't. So yeah, it's helpful. It would help with training, and it can be used. I've not needed it. I've not wanted it for that purpose since I've bought it. I've not had that issue yet. Now, if my torch tips do ever crap out on me, I will be more than happy to pull this out in a pinch and go ahead and finish what I'm doing. But since it doesn't burn as hot, you'll need to sit the flame on the fitting a little bit longer, and the longer you expose a fitting to heat, the more softer it's going to get, the more the flux is running out. You kind of have to be careful. So you need to know what you're doing, and if you learn with this, you'll either get good or you won't. So like I said, 4 stars. It's not terrible, it's just not great because it's propane, which is fine because it is what it is. Propane is a gas and you can't change it. You can't improve on propane. I give it 4 stars. If you have a comment one way or the other, feel free to post it below. I will not be acknowledging or approving of any comments where someone wants to say whether or not you can run gas like acetylene or propane in the opposite type of torch tips. There's a reason they make both, and yes, you can buy both, and there's profit to be made there. But if you only need one, you can get the acetylene. They've wasted their time making the propane one. I bought it for spare. Like I said, I haven't used it. Take it with a grain of salt. This has been another Honest Tool Reviews. Stay safe out there in YouTube land. Work safe.